It wasn't cancer where, you see this coming and you're dealing with that fight. It was like just getting hit by a truck and then coming back from it. So it was a Friday night in January of 2018. I was coming home from a conference, got home that Friday night, was just really feeling bad. My wife ends up coming down with the flu, so Tuesday we both go to the doc, and that Friday night into Saturday morning in the wee hours of the morning, went to the ER, and they put me in a medically induced coma within 15 minutes of us getting there. Coming out of the coma, it was just a variety of issues. I've never seen so many specialists in my life in terms of doctors. I've lost 40 pounds, mostly muscle. At one point, my esophagus had atrophied, which I didn't know it could do. From the intubation, I'd been on a ventilator and intubated while I was in a coma. And so I had a pill stuck in my throat that gave me an esophageal ulcer. I learned all sorts of new words in this experience. I had to have a feeding tube put in. I had a drainage tube that was going for a while, but then that wasn't enough, so they had to do surgery to scrape out stuff outside of my lung, and then I had 3 drainage tubes. Ended up spending 58 days in the hospital and then 3 weeks living, ironically, in the same nursing home as my grandmother as I continued my recovery. I pride myself on being an intelligent person, but it took months for my brain to come back fully where it was back to normal, where I struggled to hold an idea, or just my brain wasn't firing in the same way that it should. That was frustrating. There are mornings where I'm still choking on phlegm, where I'm coughing and maybe even vomiting. That just, that happens a couple times a week to start the day. That's just another legacy of my fun with influenza. The flu vaccine doesn't always perfectly protect against the flu that happens that season. It's a best guess. But even if it doesn't prevent the flu, it's going to reduce your symptoms. And as I'm laying there in the hospital, having had multiple surgeries, having drainage tubes coming out my side, not being able to stand because I'm too weak, I could have used lesser symptoms a lot.